If you are interested in running a business that runs without you, one thing that I want you to know is something that I have done. And along my journey, I had a lot of difficulties. And today I'm going to give you the exact structure that if you follow this structure, you are going to understand exactly how business owners are able to walk away from their business for that business to continue to work.
Are you a business owner or a marketer and you're looking for a place to improve your business skills or ability? Then you are on the right channel. Hi, my name is Mirabel. I'm welcoming you to Glittarz TV. Don't forget to like, share, turn on the notification bell. So whenever we post a subsequent video, you'll be able to get notified. Bye!
Hello, welcome back to Let's Discuss Business. And today we are diving into one of the most important topics for any entrepreneur: building your business to run without you. In this video, we'll explore insights from Adnan Saani, a Ghanaian business and financial strategist. And I will break down key lessons you can implement to grow a system that works even when you're not around. Make sure you watch till the end of the video. And if you find value here, don't forget to subscribe and comment and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our business growth strategies.
If you are interested in running a business that runs without you, one thing that I want you to know is something that I have done. And along my journey, I had a lot of difficulties. And today I'm going to give you the exact structure that if you follow this structure, you are going to understand exactly how business owners are able to walk away from their business for that business to continue to work. At the end of this video, you understand why it is that when some business owners step away from their business, the business immediately fails because the owner has stepped away. Right? When I started my business, I did every single thing in my business. It means that I responded to messages. When somebody needed something to be delivered, I intervened and I did that on their behalf. I did that myself. I spoke to guests, I spoke to customers, I handled customer problems. But the problem I found with this is that it meant that the business depended on me. It means that if I needed to travel, it means the business was going to fail. So I started asking the question. What do I need to do to replace myself in the business? Is there something that I can do to replace myself? And once I started this strategy, I saw that my business did not need me anymore. And this is what I'm going to show to you. It's a 4-step process. First of all, for you to be able to do a business that works without you, you have to do something that is called a task replacement. That means you have to replace the task in the company. Replacing the task in the company means that writing everything that you do, especially the things that you do repetitively. That means those things you do them every single day. Today you are going to do it, tomorrow you are going to do it. Sit down and write all of it down, or film yourself doing it once. So that even if you have an employee who is an intelligent person, that person can very easily go through what you have already recorded. So you can spend time recording it once.
Noticing how Adnan Saani emphasizes creating processes that don't rely on you.
The second level to creating a business that can work without your presence is for you to be able to replace decision making. And decision making is different from task. Unlike task, if in your company, every single time that a decision has to be made in your company and you are the one who has to be called for a decision to be made, it means that it is you who are preventing your company from growing. How do you know why a company is not growing? For you to know why a company is not growing, you just have to test and see who is that person that when decision has to be made, if that person is not called, decision is not made, that person is the reason why the company cannot grow. For your company to be able to grow, you have to find out a way to delegate decision making. That means that you could also have a way where decision is weighted. That means according to the weight of the decision, it is either delegated or called. It's not everything that has to happen in your business that you have to be called about. You have to kind of give, okay, if whatever is involved, maybe it's this amount of money, I want you to take the decision yourself. If that money exceeds a certain amount, I want you to call me. With time, even you can replace somebody that the person is called, and there's also a margin for that person. If it exceeds a certain amount, that person has to be called also. Decision. You have to be able to delegate even decision making in your company. The number 3 thing that you have to be able to delegate, or you have to be able to replace, is that you have to replace accountability in your system. Accountability.
This is really the foundation of a business that can grow even when you're not in the office.
The people that you bring to work in your company, they have to have, to some degree, a certain degree of accountability. We call it this, having a skin in the game. That means that they should enjoy when something positive happens in the company, and somehow they should have some sort of punishment when something negative happens in the company, so that when the company is winning, you are all winning together. When the company is losing, somehow you are not the only person worried in your company. And I can already tell you this, that if in your business, if bad outcome affects only you, the owner, you do not have a business that can work without you. Because the minute that you stay away from that business, the actors of that business are not going to take it to, they are not going to take it personal. You want to have a system where the actors within your company should be able to take the company personally. It means that when something good happens, they should have some sort of a reward system. When something bad happens, they should have something that is kind of an outcome that is not desirable. This is how you are able to have a business that works without you. The final one that you have to be able to replace, you have to replace outputs. Everything that I've already spoken about to this point.
This part is very crucial.
Important.
Measure everything.
But the most important thing is that you have to understand that you are dealing with numbers when you have a company. So you have to have clear KPIs. And when I say clear KPIs, I mean have things that you will be able to measure, numbers that you'll be able to measure, to be able to know that is my company or is my business doing well? What has to be true for everything in my business to be true? Do you have revenue targets such that, and if this is done right, frankly, the rest of the things that I've mentioned don't have to be right, because once you are able to reach your target, it doesn't even matter the methodology. So let's say you have somebody who is supposed to take accountability, maybe they don't, and there's something positive in that company happens. It means that what are you in that company for? Because if everything is working, but at the end of the month, the numbers don't add up, it means you have wasted your time. You have to have clear numbers. This is the limits that I want, or this is the thing that has to be true for everything else to be true. Because accountability is important. And when I started my business and I brought people on and they didn't have accountability, from the onset, I started arguing with, cleaners a lot. I was always having issues with my cleaners. The minute I brought accountability, where if something positive happened, they enjoyed. If something negative happened, they were kind of submitted to some kind of scrutiny. Everything started working out for me. I didn't need, in fact, now when you do that, it is even your team encouraging you to even do things good because they want to enjoy from the upside. But all of that it doesn't mean anything if you do not have a numbering system to be able to know whether it is even working. You have to look at you have to obsess with numbers of your company. Is my company doing well or not? If it is doing well, how do I know the numbers? How do I not know the numbers? So for you to always to be able to have a company that does well or that's able to operate in your absence, then you have to have numbers that you are tracking. Said that even if you are not in the country and you are somewhere else, at the end of the month, it is the numbers that you are more interested in. If there's this profit margin, then everything else is okay. If the company grows by this, everything is okay. Until you are able to set up a system that can operate without you, you are never going to be financially free, because this is the key. This is the bedrock of wealth. This is the secret that every rich person knows that poor people do not know. Poor people understand that you have to create a business, you have to get a job, you have to do this. They understand that the way to go about money is to have a business. But an important thing that poor people do not understand is that they do not understand that the only way to win in business is to be able to set up a business that operates without you.
A key takeaway here: delegate effectively. Identify what only you can do and what can be handled by your team.
If Elon Musk, Trump, everybody else that you know who is rich right now, if they did not at some point figure out how to make a business operate without them, they will not be that person. And poor people do not understand this. My name is Adnan Saani Dangote. I'm happy to join you guys on.
That's it for today's lessons on building a business that runs without you. I hope you found this insight as powerful as I did. If this video added value, take a moment, like, comment, and share. You can equally share to any business owner around you so that they can know what we are building here. Remember, building systems is the key to freedom. And at Let's Talk Business, we are here to implement these strategies with you and see that we all make it happen. See you in the next video. Bye.
Guy, I don't post my business tire and nothing they come.
Nah, so everywhere just full of fake sellers.
Yeah. Hold on, this place say now only verified business fit post.
Verified how?
They check your business first before approval.
That one go make customers trust person.
And you save the end points while you use the community.
Points for waiting.
Engage, post, help others, then they even give giveaways.
This place they organized.
Sam, no scam for here. Now serious business owners full here.
If you're serious about your business, write to us.
Get verified. Join the community.
At Glittarz Business Community, increased revenue, customer satisfaction is our top priority. Glittarz Business Community is a Facebook space built for serious business. You are a business owner. We do not allow random promotions. Every business in our community is verified. If you are a buyer, you can purchase with confidence. We help reduce risk and build trust between buyers and sellers. This is more than a group, it's a business community. If you are ready to grow, join us.
One thing is rest assured, once you're following Glittarz TV, there's this room to upgrade your business and selling skills. Your comments will help push this video to more audience that needs it. Like and subscribe too. See you in the next episode. Bye.